That's what we're doing right now.
Blabbering.
We're recording our blabber. We're blabbercording.
Audacity is so that you're real.
And then we're blabbercasting. We're blabbercasting right now.
We're blabbercording for the blabbercaster.
No, not that confusing.
We're blabbercording for the blabbercast. We just uploaded our first episode.
Yeah.
Onto Spotify.
And we're buzzing.
Literally, like, I don't know if I'm cold or
shaking
high energy. Okay.
Hi.
Hello.
We need to rearrange some things here.
Okay. No, we're gonna actually be off.
Welcome. We are GRZLY.
This is Press Paws.
Yeah. Okay. This is episode. Oh, I'm Ted.
Yeah.
Sorry.
This is episode.
This is episode 4.
We should do that. We did not do that in any of the others, but we should do that.
No, we didn't. That's true. This is episode 4. Today we're going to be talking about 2 movies. Bear it or not. Believe it or not. We need to calm down. This must be so unenjoyable to watch. I hope all you people enjoy.
My foot's itchy.
That's the thrilling content that everybody signed up for.
I itched it. It's okay.
We're reacting. Okay, I actually need to compose myself. We're just too excited. Sharing our thoughts on.
We already reacted
to one another, but you people don't get to see such raw, vulnerable footage.
Imagine.
This is The Grinch, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and The Grinch.
The Grinch, yeah. So,
you think the longer title would be the newer one?
Why?
It's a good question. It's a good question.
I guess.
It feels like it to me.
Okay. How the Grinch Stole Christmas came out in 2000.
Starting point, actually.
2000 000 Okay. 2000.
I was gonna make a point.
Sorry.
It looks older. It looks a lot older.
The film?
You gonna deny that?
Oh yeah, it looks way older.
Fight Club came out in 1999.
Yeah, you're right. Actually,
compare the footage quality.
Does seem way older.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about how the movie feels like it's too much going on.
Yeah.
Because the colours then
bright.
no, that's not. I disagree.
Too dull.
I think they're too.
They look like they're trying to be bright, but they came out dull.
Yeah.
Yes. No. Okay. Yeah.
That's what makes it look old and like.
You know what? Everyone's gonna hate us for this episode because we came to an understanding on something that no one's gonna agree with us on.
No one.
But you know what? I think they all believe it in their hearts.
They have to.
They just don't know it.
The Grinch is just.
The Grinch is a better movie.
It is when you watch the two side by side, as we did today. You just come to the realization, and
I'm gonna have multiple problematic takes today on this movie, because not problematic in like in like that kind of way, but problematic to the people who think that the original Grinch is better, and so did I until today.
Same.
Because I've never watched them back to back. I've watched them around the same time, but not back to back. And you watch them back to back, and you realise the second one was a more enjoyable experience. Yeah. And I honestly think this was my one that might be in a controversial day. But I think Illumination is like one of the better studios.
Yeah. They did
right?
They did like Despicable Me and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Illumination's really good. Like
what else they do?
Disney's good and all, but I mean, didn't they like actually I won't say anything bad about Disney. I don't want to get like sued. I don't know. Disney, you're great. Thank you for buying Marvel and Disneyfying it. I appreciate that.
Thank you not for buying Doctor Who and ruining it.
That's what I meant by Marvel too. It was a... Stop doing... He's biting his top lip right now and it's unnerving. No, okay.
Me.
I will say...
The Super Mario...
What I will say, right, is when I was a kid I loved DreamWorks. But we watched...
Do you know what they made?
What?
They made the Lorax.
I know. That's what I mean. It. Illumination. Could you not tell by the faces? They have the faces.
Yeah, I should have.
Illumination Illumination is the best.
They made Hop. I loved Hop as a kid.
It's like a studio, right?
I assume so.
Yeah, I don't know
what
the
animation company.
The best animation company is Illumination. I don't know if they partner up or anything, but like I used to like DreamWorks, and I still love that movie. But when we watched Monsters vs Aliens the other day, I was like, wow, DreamWorks had a bad because that movie must have come out around the same time as movies like The Lorax, and the difference in animation is insane.
Yeah, when did
it looks like Sims? You know how Sims free play that you used to get on your phone was like way uglier than the Sims in Sims 4? Yeah, that's what Monsters vs. Aliens looks like Sims free play Sims.
Yeah.
And it's and all the hair is like an individual hair. It's like when you watch those videos on Instagram Reels that's like one hair.
Yeah. And then it's
two hair and you're like, oh my gosh.
64.
It's silky and terrifying. That's what Monsters vs. Aliens looks like. Anyway, I'm not talking about how much I love Illumination. Sorry, I spat on your book. Oh, this show doesn't show a good side of us.
You can't say that after we just...
Oh no, I'm fine with it.
Okay, that's fine then, alright.
Dude, we both said that we prefer the second Die Hard, and now we both said we prefer the Grinch remake.
You're
2018.
Right. This is.
We're not making it look like we know a lot about movies. But
Guys,
you know
I
what?
do films
For the studies,
Whoa.
I do films. For the record, growing up in my household, preferring Die Hard 2 doesn't seem like a controversial take until you go out into the real world and you say that, and then everybody absolutely
growing up in my household.
Reels you.
Die Hard isn't a Christmas movie, apparently.
It is a Christmas. So, Kai's mum, we really appreciate you watching.
Yeah, we do.
I love you, Kai's mum. Thank you for your nice, sweet messages. But it's a Christmas movie. It's set on Christmas Eve.
You'll see.
She's the queen of Christmas. What can I say?
Yeah. To be fair, I think it's a Christmas movie. But if anyone's gonna know if a film is a Christmas movie or not,
it's your mum.
It's my mum.
Yeah, you're right.
So how much can we really argue?
Shout out your mum. Okay, anyway, let's talk about
the movies.
Let's talk about characters. Woohoo!
Wait, we didn't start with character. I didn't say. Actually, no, that's not true.
You what? Oh, you
did.
did.
I didn't say anything about characters.
Oh, you didn't introduce the second movie, and we're talking about them at the same time.
Oh, so How the Grinch Stole Christmas? Year 2000.
Yeah.
The Grinch came out in 2018. It was a lot shorter.
And yet, a lot more happened.
How the Grinch Stole Christmas, 104 minutes.
Yeah.
The Grinch was 85 minutes.
That is short for a movie.
An hour and 25.
Any movie that's under 90 minutes is like a short movie.
Right. And
85 is crazy.
that was an impressive movie for that short amount of time.
It had my attention.
It had my attention fully.
Everyone's gonna hate us.
It's fine.
I'm sorry. I told one of our friends the other day that I preferred the first one. And at the time, I thought that was my truth. But now, I've realised it's not. And do you know what this is just like?
What?
It's like, I told you about this when we were watching. It's like when Riley and Graydon realised, we're talking about a YouTube channel, by the way. But it's like when Hive Mind realised together, while watching Mean Girls, that Lindsay Lohan is a bad actress in Mean Girls. She is the downside of Mean Girls, even though she's a great actress.
Yeah.
That's how I felt watching the second Grinch today.
Yeah.
You know what?
Sorry.
He's not he's not Jim Carrey.
No.
But he's Benedict Cumberbatch. And that's a good second.
Yeah.
And everything else about the movie's better.
I have
Put
to
Jim
say,
Carrey in The Grinch.
Oh my god.
And you have got the #1 movie of the century.
True. That would literally make that movie.
I always talk about how much I love The Grinch. And now I've said this. And everyone's going to think I'm a fool. But I don't care. My truth is that...
Maybe... Wait, no. Do you know what? We're right. And everyone's going to realise in their minds that they've been thinking this
We're
the whole
broadening people's minds.
Yeah. They've been thinking this the
Go
whole
and watch
time.
this. You've been... You know what? You people, you're sheeple. No offence. We love you. You're sheeple. And you've been told you can't like animated remakes.
Yeah.
And you go back... and you watch that animated remake and you realise this movie was always supposed to be an animation and every Dr. Seuss movie was always supposed to be an animation.
Yeah.
That's why it's better.
That is why it's better.
That's the only reason it's better, is that it was supposed to be an animation. Things are more fast-paced, they look better. They look so much better in this movie.
Yeah.
Everything.
And he was able to do more, like the whole, every essence of what it's meant to be.
I'm not talking about character design. I'm simply talking about like
the fact that it is
the
animated.
the buildings, the movements are exaggerated. Dr. Seuss is exaggerated.
Yeah. The colours.
Yeah.
The colours.
It just works better.
Exaggeration. You've got the like plausibility. Like an animation can do anything. And this movie isn't realistic, is it?
It's like Cat in the Hat, right? I love the original Cat in the Hat. But if they came out, I don't know if there is an animated version, I don't think there is. If they came out with an animated version of Cat in the Hat, it would probably be a better movie. Not so much because it's not the same as The Grinch, where everything has to be so exaggerated.
Yeah.
But it's like The Lorax. If there was a live action version of The Lorax, it would suck. Even if it came first.
It would suck.
It wouldn't suck. I'm not saying The Grinch, How the Grinch Stole Christmas
it would
sucks.
suck.
But I'm saying that Lorax would suck because you can't have a tiny orange man who flies away and he's a
No. That's what I mean.
And
Lorax live action would suck.
Yeah.
It would ruin it for me.
And The Grinch How the Grinch Stole Christmas doesn't suck.
It doesn't suck. It's a good movie.
It has limitations
that's it.
that the cartoon doesn't have.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to save us.
It's okay.
That's it. Okay, anyway, let's talk about characters.
Okay.
First of all, in the first one,
Yeah, go ahead.
I put that there's a teenage boy who climbs the mountain, and he has the voice of a 30-year-old game show host. He goes like, "Oh, you scared of the Grinch?" I'm like, dude, you're supposed to be 15 years old.
Oh,
You're telling
I did not even notice that.
bedtime stories on CBBS bedtime stories right now.
Oh
with
my
that voice.
god, yes.
I love CBBS bedtime stories.
Oh, imagine Jim Carrey doing
CBBS bedtime stories.
That'd be amazing.
CBBS.
CBBS.
Yeah, because it's BBC.
And CBBS.
CBBC is like
Yeah,
7 Up, and then you get BB.
7 Up, like the drink.
Then you get CBBS.
Yeah.
Because they're babies, BBs.
BBs.
And I used to love. I didn't like most of the shows on CBBS because I was like, they're kiddie shows, but I want to watch CBBS bedtime stories.
Real.
I liked their voices; they were really calm.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's not relevant here. But I
Yeah.
don't remember what the boy said. But he sounded kind of like, I don't know if Goofy has a voice, but if Goofy had a voice, it would sound like his voice.
Oh.
No, he sounded like Scooby Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
Like scared of the group.
Whoa. Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Can you do that again, please? That was just...
I'm genuinely shocked that sound came out of my mouth right now. I can't even. I don't
Do you
think
know
I
how many
can.
times I've heard you say that? Purely in the 4 episodes.
Because in these 4 episodes, I've tried to do impressions more than I typically would.
You should do it more often.
I
In
think
your
I'm kinda
everyday
good at
life.
it.
You're better than I am. So, there's that.
That's true. I don't need to be good to seem good on this.
Yeah.
You know?
Because I'm so atrociously bad.
It's just the memory to remember the exact way someone says something.
Yeah, I like remember in my head, but then I don't remember like saying it
Yeah.
out loud. I want to just, this guy, there was a tiny guy right at the beginning that got sucked up in the tuba. Was it a tuba? And I think you need to shout out because the poor guy.
I hope it got out into someone's mouth. He probably got swallowed.
Okay, he's not that tiny. Maybe
I don't
he
know, you
was.
didn't confirm. The Grinch runs. I know he's evil, but when he runs, it's full of glee. He goes like,
True.
beep, beep, beep. He's full of whimsy.
He reminds me of, okay, you know
He has
the
wonderment.
tiptoe through the tulips.
You aced that one.
Thank
I'll tell
you.
It's so good. It does.
It reminds me of that.
Real. He goes like, do, 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 do.
Yeah.
He's a mouse trying to get cheese.
True.
Yeah. There was a
That
movie
is-
I watched the other day, and someone stands in a mouth trap. It's Mrs. Doubtfire. I think she stands in a mouse trap, and he goes like, "If you wanted cheese, you could have just asked." That was good.
I love
Anyway,
cheese. He does jazz hands. He is like that at like one point, probably multiple points. That man is yeah.
what the
Like,
Grinch?
The Grinch,
I think we can say he's a man.
full of glee and jazz hands.
Whimsy.
Yeah.
I put something. Why did I put so many things that like they're a bit far? I put.
Why? What did you put?
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna say the first sentence and see if you can guess what I put based on that.
Okay.
The whole town's last name is who?
Yeah. Oh no, you didn't.
I'm just saying. That's all I'm gonna say. But I'm not gonna say what we're all thinking. But how did the whole
I
town
wasn't
share the
until
same
you
last
said
name?
it.
Cindy Lou who? Lou who? May who? Martha May who? VA. But still, they all have the same last name. What does that suggest about the town?
They. I was gonna say they love each other, and then
that makes it worse. That makes it worse.
Yeah, that doesn't.
And they all look the same, and they all have the same nose. And do you know one thing? Do you know who doesn't have the same nose? Cindy.
Ooh.
Cindy Lou Who doesn't have the same nose.
Ah.
She's the only non-incest child, and they're all mad at her for it.
You've said it now.
They think you know
You've said it now.
Can I say that?
Incest. We've said worse.
Okay. She's the only non-incest child, and they're all mad, and they think she's an outsider because they're an incest cult. That's what I got from this movie. From the first.
Actually, yeah, you're so right.
What I got from the plot, which this is on Dr. Seuss, not on the makers of the movie, but what I get from this movie, and I think I'm going to open everyone's eyes to this and they're not going to like it, is that everyone in the town, because they're singing in circles,
Yeah.
and the words they're singing, this may only be in the new movie, but the words they're singing aren't real words. They're speaking in tongues. And they're in circles, and they're chanting,
Yeah.
and they all have the same facial features, and hairdos, and
Nose.
general beingness.
Yeah.
A nose is a facial feature.
Oh yeah.
But good try.
Thanks.
And they all have the same last name.
Yeah.
And Cindy Lou Who, in the old one, doesn't have a nose like everyone else.
Yeah.
And no, you know what it is? Because they say that her nose hasn't grown in yet. But the Grinch isn't one of them.
Clearly.
He's not one of their incest children.
Yeah.
And so everyone's mad at him.
That's why they hate him.
That's why they hate him.
Nothing else except that
How come
he isn't
he's
an
the only
incest
one
child.
with no parents? Everyone else has parents because they're one another. Okay, anyway, we should stop talking about this. I like this movie, guys. This is my favourite Christmas movie.
Incest
I don't want to make it
children.
sound like I hate it. It's just like when you're watching something with the intentions of talking about something, you think of things that you didn't before.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you watch them, and in some ways it makes me appreciate it more.
Yeah.
And in some ways I'm like, Because I'm like, oh, that'd be funny. And then I think about it and I'm like, that's weird.
Yeah.
Like, I'm assuming they all just supposed to, like, have been given the same last name. But that's not as funny.
Dedication to the town.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But do you know what's weird? So they're Who's.
Yeah.
And Who's are in Horton, Here's a Who.
Ooh.
Are they the same Who's?
I don't
But then
remember
who are
that
the
movie that
motherfuckers in the town in the Lorax? They're not Who's.
well.
They don't have Who noses.
No.
They're not called Who's.
No, they're not called Who's.
Unless they're the Who's ages later when all of the trees are gone and they're dying.
No, they plant the trees again.
They plant the trees again.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you know what I
we
mean.
watched that the other day.
I know.
Yesterday. We watched it yesterday.
The Lorax was genuinely my favourite movie growing up. It's a really good movie.
I
We're not going to
rearranged
talk about that right now, but...
my top 4.
You
on
put the
Letterboxd.
Lorax in it.
We should go back to this movie.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about The Grinch. Watch The Girl Next Door and come back to me.
I'll watch it.
Guys, listeners, watch The Girl Next Door and DM the GRZLY account and tell me what you thought of that movie. And everyone's just going to be like, oh, there were boobs. And there were boobs. But don't let that distract
Do you know
you
what else had
from
boobs?
how weird it was.
Project X.
The Grinch didn't. It had his boobs. This is something I wanted to talk about. He wears clothes at the beginning, which suggests he is just naked when he doesn't wear clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the new Grinch, right?
He
He's
puts on
naked
clothes of
with-
himself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He puts on trousers of just him.
Yeah, but I kind of like that, though. Like, if I wore... I don't like using myself as an example. If somebody wore their own naked body, but in fabric, over their naked body,
Yeah.
is that public indecency?
Yes.
Why?
In the idea of it being a human.
But it's like a shirt and trousers.
No, he's not wearing a shirt.
A morph suit. It's a morph suit of their own naked body. Are they going to prison?
I guess not.
Not going to prison. Getting arrested.
I guess not.
This is the thing.
But it's an image of things that they can't show.
Can you not do that?
I don't know.
I think you can.
Probably.
I think you probably can.
Probably.
Yeah.
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 They might get pulled over.
This should...
They might get you know.
This should have been the most PG episode of GRZLY.
We
Press
did
pause.
not go down that way.
How did this happen from the Grinch?
We should not be doing that.
Let's talk about the Grinch.
Okay. We talk about characters. I think we have to talk about the Grinch first because else we're not
Yeah.
actually going to talk about any characters properly.
All I wrote about was the Grinch, the teenager, and Max. So.
I did talk about the Candy Cane girls.
Oh, they
were-
disgusted me.
Oh, I wish I had a
You
visual
liked them.
image of your face then.
Was it that bad?
Yes.
They disgusted me. Did they disgust you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hated them.
Yeah.
That's a bit strong, but they were like making me
We're supposed to
uncomfortable.
be like, oh, there's some people dressed as candy canes, but they like look like they're meant to be candy canes.
Yeah,
They
there's
don't look like they're people dressed as candy canes.
No,
They
they-
look like they are candy canes. And I don't like that. Because people
Moving,
can't be candy canes.
talking candy canes.
That, not to sound like I'm being like whatever version of trans is people who want to be candy canes. For the record, we are queer. Anybody who wants to be trans and be a candy cane, you can, I suppose. But in the 2000s, people couldn't be in the year 2000, people couldn't just be candy canes.
Yeah.
That person's a person or is a candy cane. And they had a face and arms and legs.
They had a face, but then it was like the rest of them was just candy cane. Like they had a whole cutout for the
Of a
candy
candy cane. But it didn't look like a suit.
No.
Like it looked like a suit, but it looked like they were supposed to be a candy cane.
Right? Weird. And that fit, like they were really pink to match the colour of the.
Yeah, it was gross. It
It
was
was
so
just-
gross.
It was just weird.
Max,
Okay.
I love him. But
I love Max, and if we had just watched the first one,
I love Max.
I would love Max. But then we watched the new one, and I'm like, where was Max in the first one?
They divaed him.
They really did.
They did.
I was like,
The
oh.
Charlie XCX got him. And they divaed him. They bratified him. And you know
They-
what?
do
I
you
don't
know
care
what?
if it's not Brad Summer
Do you know
anymore.
what? You are right.
He is. He
You are actually
rolls
so
his
right.
eyes and he's grumpy and he's like, oh. In the first one, he's just a dog.
I don't even remember
He's
seeing
just a
him.
dog.
I don't even remember seeing him in the first one after we watched the second one. I say like 1 and 2. There's not really 1 and 2.
I do. But
Barely.
If we're being real, they gave him personality that he was severely lacking.
In the new one.
He is beige in the first one, and he is hot pink in the second one.
Real.
Seriously.
And he always deserved to be hot pink.
He did. Because he
did.
treats him like he's beige, and he's not beige.
He's not beige.
He's not beige.
He's hot pink with one horn.
Oh my god, I love his one horn.
It's actually my favourite thing.
But when Kai kept saying one horn, I went, haha, horn. And he went, what? And I went, like, horny. And now I realise that you were right to be judging me. What was I talking about?
I was like, I told you. Why not just say horny then? If you meant horny, not... just say horny, don't say horn. I have no more characters.
Second movie characters. I have stuff for second movie characters.
Yeah, me too.
My turning pages is going to be really loud, just I felt that.
Wait.
My first... You almost ripped your page out of your book. Are you happy with yourself now?
Yes.
Oh, I hope that... Is that? Is that?
I hope so.
Wait,
let me try again.
We have to pause and listen. Oh, sorry, we just had to check that that showed up, and it did show up, and now we're happy.
You're happy, I'm indifferent.
You didn't like that? It was great.
It's my own thing. I did it.
You're allowed to like your own things.
Okay.
Remember when I invented the saying, piss through it like snow? Do you know how proud I am of that?
You should be.
Can I explain this for the people?
Yeah.
Thank you for letting me go on and...
Yet another.
Okay. So, I said this... I was talking about me doing my college work, and I said... My tutor knows. She trusts me because she knows I can piss through it like snow. And I just said it. Thinking it was a completely normal saying. And then all of a sudden, I turn around to my friend and I go, that's not a saying, is it? I just made that up.
Yeah.
And she was like, never heard anyone say that, no.
But it's amazing.
And I was like, that is perfect. Think about how many times you could use that.
Piss through it like snow.
How did your interview go? Piss through it like snow.
How
did your driving test go? Piss through it like snow.
That is insane how you managed to do that. And you should be proud of that because that was incredible.
Thank you.
Oh,
that was Chris. We should get a sound bite. We need to make a soundboard.
Yes!
But not right now.
No. I didn't... Oh, wait! I do have a character to talk about.
Tell me.
Fred the reindeer.
Oh, Fred.
Fred the reindeer is actually... I love Max in this movie and he is my favourite character. But Fred the reindeer, second. I loved him.
This thing, to all the people who know us personally, Max the reindeer is my dog Mabel. And Fred... No.
I was waiting to see how long it would take you.
And Fred the dog. Max the dog. It's because he wears the horn. Max the dog.
That sounds just like you're saying, because he wears a horn in that relationship.
Shut up. Max the dog is my dog Mabel. And Fred the reindeer is two people in my household. Both not people.
Mate. No.
Not you. You don't live in my household. You don't.
Okay, fine. Kick me out already.
You can if you wish. Sybil, my dog, she is the reindeer. But also so is my fat cat Philip. My fat cat Philip is the reindeer.
I love Philip.
Everyone runs away and Philip can't be bothered. Sometimes the dogs will like whack their tails in his face and he just sits there.
Fine.
He doesn't care.
He's fine.
Because he's too fat. Just like Fred the reindeer. I love Fred the reindeer.
I love Fred the reindeer. He's actually incredible. And he comes back. He goes off to see his family.
He tries to save him.
He comes back and he's sick.
He
does save him.
He lets his tail be bitten.
Yeah.
That's how much he wants to save him.
I know. It's great.
That's dedication.
That is dedication.
I love Bricklebalm.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out my boy Bricklebalm. One thing, he has a weird name. That's how you say it, right?
I don't even know. I didn't know that was his name.
Is it a first name? Is it a last name? Assumedly not, because all their last names are who. But actually, you know that they don't say their last names in the second movie?
No, they don't.
They don't.
I don't think.
No, I don't think they do. I assume his last name's Bricklebalm. But it just
like
makes me think of like pickles in a lip balm.
It makes me think
Bricklebalm.
Do you know what actually makes me think of?
What?
What a town or village or whatever in The Sims would be called.
That is real.
Isn't it?
That was genius.
Thank you.
That is right. Bricklebalm. I like when he says his beard is scented like chocolate.
Yeah.
And I like that he thinks his dog's really smart.
His dog is creepy a bit.
Mabel.
Yeah.
His dog's called Mabel, but it's nothing like my dog.
No.
He has teeth like a troll.
Yeah. And like weird lips.
Oh, true. It has human lips.
It has human lips.
Max doesn't.
No.
So I don't know why they gave that dog human lips.
Fred the reindeer doesn't.
Fred the reindeer has no lips. He's like this. Did I do it right?
You did it great.
Thank you. Okay, I have to mention something.
Okay.
I've been waiting to mention this.
Okay.
This is the thing.
Mhm.
Martha May, UVA,
Yeah.
had too much sex appeal for the Illuminations movie. That is what I wanted to say.
That is real. That is true.
Thank you.
They couldn't put her in because
She's in the first original movie where they're all people. It's slightly okay to be a bit more cheeky because it's the early 2000s.
Yeah.
And Martha May, she wears that Mrs. Santa as an adult. I'm talking as an adult here,
Yeah.
for the record. But she wears that Santa outfit when she's talking to Cindy's mum.
Mum, yeah.
And all the people in the town want her, and she wears that incredible outfit at the jubilation. And then in the second movie, she's nowhere to be found.
Yeah, they couldn't do that.
Because they couldn't put her in, because you can't put a sexy character
You're right,
in.
right, yeah, you're right.
She had too much sex appeal.
She did.
They couldn't animate that much sex appeal.
Ain't no way.
Because the thing is, I don't think that actress is like the hottest actress in the world. Martha May,
Yeah.
she was just too hot for it.
She was.
And I
did. Huh?
And I put that.
Yeah. That she was hot.
It was important to me. It's not that she's hot. That's the thing. It's not that she's physically good looking. It's her energy.
Yeah.
You know, she likes the ugly guy. That's an admirable feature.
To like the ugly guy.
Yeah. And I think parents watching it would be like,
My kid can't watch this.
my kid can't watch this. This woman is only here to be an attractive woman in which the Grinch may insert his penis. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't help it.
Oh my god.
Leave a comment saying, I don't think this is the worst piece of media ever created. I think it's entertaining and you did a good job. Say that entire sentence in the comments.
I forgot what you said.
I just said it.
Yeah, I know, but I forgot it. Something about saying it's not
I can't
the worst
recite it to you because I don't
media.
remember. But they are going to listen to it and they can write.
We
Okay,
have no more characters.
let's hurry up. Let's hurry up.
As
Okay.
as a character, as a group of characters, I just want to mention that you called the Who's
Yeah,
Hoes.
multiple times. But it was an accident.
That's all I have
It
to
sounds
say.
like, oh, one more thing to say.
About characters.
First movie,
Yeah.
The Who's, they're slightly nasty people. Second
Yes.
movie, The Who's are like angels, unrealistic angels.
Yeah.
Who are so forgiving.
Yeah.
And they forgive him in the first movie, yes. But
Eventually.
they all are mean to him.
They are
No
mean.
one's mean to him ever, and no one dislikes him. He's like in the first movie, you know, he's what's the infamous. In
Yeah.
the second movie, no one knows who he is. He just wants to sit down. He's fine.
He's a bit mean to people, a bit.
He's a bit mean to people, but people don't know who he is. He's only a villain in the first movie.
Yeah.
To them,
Yeah. They are really mean to
because
him.
they are lovely in the second movie.
Yeah. True.
Should we talk about lines or should we talk about scenes?
I think we usually try and do scenes first, and then we end up mixing the two. So I reckon we should start with lines.
Okay, let's talk about lines.
Okay. I have loads of lines, I think.
I have quite a few lines. Do you want me to start or do you want to start? My first line
Um,
isn't that interesting.
He says, I can't remember how he says it, because I can never remember how he says it, but he goes, ho, 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 and stuff. Do you remember him saying that? I don't remember him saying that.
I'm sorry, I don't remember him saying
I
that.
think he said ho, 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 and stuff.
I mean, you wrote it.
I wrote it when he said it.
Yeah.
So he must have said ho, 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 and stuff.
Exactly like how he just said it. That's how he said it.
He said ho, 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 and stuff. I've got to have that robotic, not really sure what he's saying tone in his voice too.
Is it the first guy? I'm not going to
The
do an
Grinch.
impression. Yeah, no, I know you meant the Grinch. I'm in the first movie, not the first guy.
Yeah.
I put that in the first one. The guy says, for the next 10 minutes only, 99% off. That's too much. That's too much to take off.
Yeah.
That's way too much.
That is a lot
How
to
are you
take
making any
off.
money? I don't care if it's only for for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You could get your stock swiped away
Oh yeah.
for 99% off.
It's like, you remember that scene in Superstore where
They change it to say free.
No,
They
they
change it to say.
to like.
No, I know what you mean. Yeah,
I
they
can't
change it
remember.
really
They change
low.
it really, really low, and then everyone starts just nabbing what they
TVs.
can and running to go pay.
That's what I mean. 99% off is too much.
Yeah, that you're losing.
Oh, this is actually a good point. It says, could be that his shoes were too tight when they're explaining that the Grinch is all messed up. And I was like, this is interesting because do you know who wears their shoes tight?
You?
Me.
You're fucked up, so that makes sense.
Do you think if I loosened my shoes, I'd be a happier person?
No.
You don't?
No. I think
You
that
think
is
it's
the
too-
only thing
it's
that's
too
stable in your...
That my shoes are tight?
Yeah.
There's plenty of things that's stable. I watch Hive Mind every day.
You have to keep that silence in there.
Um,
That was necessary. Lines. Did he say bless you in German at one point?
Yes, he did. He did.
Oh my god! I used context clues for that. I didn't actually know
Okay.
that
Did you
it was
just put-
bless you. I wrote bless you in German? Question mark, question mark?
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it was.
I don't know what it was about.
I don't know if it was bless you. I think it was.
From context clues, it was bless you.
I don't remember how she says it. Martha goes, Betty, hi. That's awful. I can see that. She says it really long.
I don't
She says it
remember
really long. She's stood on the roof doing
Yeah.
the lights, and she's like, Betty.
that.
oh."
That whole scene. Okay, when it was
When she starts shooting the bullets. Blum, 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 blum.
I love that scene. I actually think it's the most memorable scene in the whole film.
That's sex appeal. Firing a fairy lights cannon at your house.
Between you and me.
Yeah. It's not between you and me.
What is the Grinch's cave called?
The cave.
Because I googled it. Apparently it's called Mount Crumpet Lair.
That's too many. It could be Mount Crumpet or it could be Crumpet Lair. It can't be Mount Crumpet Lair. But I fuck with that.
I was like, I'm not sure. But I'm not sure if that's true or not.
Oh, yeah. This isn't a quote, but it's kind of a quote. She has Cindy Lou Who. I'm going to stop not giving any context to anything I say. Cindy Lou Who has a recorder to record voices.
Yeah.
It's called a blabbercorder. No, blabbercorder.
Really?
I like that.
That is amazing.
It says blabbercorder on it.
That's amazing.
That's what we're doing right now.
Blabbering.
We're recording our blabber. We're blabbercording.
Audacity is so that you're real.
And then we're blabbercasting. We're blabbercasting right now.
We're blabbercording for the blabbercaster.
No, not that confusing.
We're blabbercording for the blabbercast. Are we going some lines? Yes, we have some lines. Okay, I have a line. So you know when he's like talking to his echo, and he's like, I'm an idiot, because he's trying to get the echo to say it, and then the echo goes, you're an idiot.
I had a note about that actually. I said like, I'd love to be someone that echoey.
Right? I love
I'd
echoes.
have the best fun.
They're so fun.
You can get a blanket.
I'm gonna. I'm fucking freezing.
Can you get me one too? Can we shut the curtain so we don't hear that noise as loud?
That was terrifying.
There's wind. That sounded like comic book wind.
Everything's cold.
I know, up here's normally warm.
It's windy and
Okay.
we're gonna be engaging now.
He puts one man's toxic sludge is another man's potpourri, and Max barks and he goes, I don't know, it's kind of some kind of soup.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you.
Yeah.
What is potpourri?
You've never been tempted by the flour crisps. He's never been tempted by the devil's crisps.
I take it it's not some sort of soup then.
It's nothing like soup. Potpourri is it's like flowers and stuff that's like dry and smelly and sits in a bowl in people's houses. Smelly nice.
Okay.
And it smells like, I don't know, flowers and shit. Have you never seen potpourri? It's like a bowl. You haven't seen a bowl and it's full of like weird crispy flowers that are like hard.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, that looks like it would taste good.
Okay.
But then you eat it and it tastes like soap.
Oh, that's potpourri.
That's potpourri. Have you ever tried to eat it?
No. I take it you have.
Embarrassingly more than once. How do you not know what potpourri... Okay, anyway. But I just think it's funny that he's like, I don't know, it's some kind of soup. Because I thought he'd say crisps. Because it's like a thing that people call it like crisp.
Yeah.
But he said soup.
He said soup. I was confused. I thought it might have been like a soup. But then I thought in my head,
Good soup.
if he doesn't know, then it's not embarrassing that I don't know. Because he's the Grinch.
That's a good outlook on life.
Thank you.
Oh, I got a good one. You can go first.
I don't remember how he said it and I don't want to fuck this up because I think it
Yeah.
was really funny. Do you remember how he says it?
Loathe entirely. I think I ate
Perfect.
that up, but don't play them side by side.
I won't. Although I do want to hear it, but I won't. Also, I put down what page. Someone said what page.
Of the book, the big book. He's like, it says in here that he's like flipping. Wait, I'll do flip noises. It says in here that the Grinch can't win the award because, and she goes,
What page?
what page? No, it doesn't. What page?
Yeah. I said that was real. Cause
That is real.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't say it.
Doesn't. Liar.
You know that scene, and they're like, oh, the babies, they come flying in the little umbrellas. Wee, wee, wee,
Yeah.
wee. And then the guy goes, hey, honey, our babies are looking a lot like your boss. Stupid line.
I love it.
Love
It's so
it,
funny.
love it, love it.
Also, you know, no incest, maybe.
That's true.
Because no births or sex or births.
I thought we were just pretending that never happened. That's true. I guess maybe they're just all showing, oh yeah, but the people are still in romantic relationships.
Yeah, they just don't do it.
Is it not still feels bad?
Yeah.
It is still bad. I'm drawing the line. It is still bad. Anyway, I think the word jubilation, genius from them. They call it the jubilation.
Oh, that is great, to be fair.
Jubilation, jubilation. That's
Yeah.
genius.
That is.
Which of them thought of that? I hope it wasn't the mayor.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's genius.
I hope it's not. I don't like that man.
Jubilation.
I actually hate that man.
Another note about the jubilation. She goes, hey dad, you know the jubilation? And he goes, yeah. And she goes, well, I may do something dramatic. That's hilarious. She says it like she's genuinely like considering it. She's like, well, I might do something dramatic.
Is this,
Cindy Lou. And
Cindy?
then he
Yeah.
goes, yeah, okay, ask your mother. Realistic.
Real.
I
True.
like that bit.
I like when he goes, but what would I wear?
Yeah.
I don't think I did that right either.
And he's being like so indecisive.
Yeah.
And
He's like, because it's that like really long bit where he's like, on this day I have this and blah, 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 and then
it's just realistic. He keeps being like, oh well, I can't go because of this, and I've come to the decision that I am going to go. I had my fingers crossed, and then he goes anyway. I
love that bit. They're so funny.
Good delivery on Jim Carrey's part. It's so
Real.
like, quick, fast paced. I like it.
Yeah.
The GRZLs of GRZLY, rise
The
for your
GRZLs.
national anthem.
Oh my god, go. Is that's the bass?
Play a... No, that was bear noise. Our national anthem is an hour-long video of bear noises. Wouldn't the national anthem of
Fuck me
GRZLY
up.
just be the theme song?
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. Anyway.
I will. I like the bit where he goes, uh-oh, somebody's fabulous!
Oh my god, no, I remember the bit you mean now. I forgot for a second. No, I love that bit.
That bit is actually... oh my god, I love that bit so much.
Do you have more lines for this movie? I'm out.
Fabulous!
I don't have a lot of lines for the second movie.
Wait, no,
I have a
neither
lot
do
of scenes for the second movie.
Yeah, me too.
I put...
The whole... it's not really a line. Actually,
Yeah.
I'm not going to put in lines because it's not a line.
Oh, okay. I put, in the second movie, Bricklebaum goes, look what I made, everybody! A Christmas dragon! He came to me in a dream! And I put, he's so full of joy.
Is
But,
that the second one?
Supposed, yeah.
I'm not on the second one yet.
I just said I ran out, I thought we had.
No, I've still got...
I said, do you have any more for the
I said
first
I was
one?
looking.
I've run
I
out,
do actually.
But I don't have a lot for
I
the second
do.
one. And did you ever say that?
I do have more.
Did you say that to me?
Yes, now I did.
That's late.
He says something along the lines of, reject your own nose because it represents the glitter of commercialism.
He's real.
And I think saying
Does he
glitter of commercialism is the best way.
So just suggest that they will get plastic surgery to look like that?
Ooh.
But that seems weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because he says grow in.
But I don't think... I think he says it to Max about his red
Actually,
nose to be like a reindeer.
That is something I wrote in the first one. Is that in the first one, he appears to just be like a socialist. And they're all living in like a capitalist society.
Yeah.
And he's trying to show them like the
Yeah.
truth. You know what I mean?
But
And then he's like, oh, it's all about presents, isn't it? It's all about presents. You know, it's like
Yeah.
that message isn't in the second one. In the second one, the Who's are good. And they show him how to be good.
Yeah.
And in the first one, the Who's are bad. And
Yeah.
the Who's realise that he's not as bad as they thought.
Yeah.
Like, he is bad as well, and he turns good. But for the most part, the Who's just realise that... The Who's realise they're bad.
Yeah.
And that doesn't happen in the second one. In the second one, the Who's are just good.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
That's like a different outtake.
He's
Outlook.
misunderstood in both.
Yeah.
But
well,
it is a different...
I do think, how much I do like the second one, I do think that his character is quite like, from how we see it,
Yeah.
he is just being really mean to people.
Because he's
Because
miserable.
he's lonely and miserable.
Whereas they're mean to him in
And
the
they're
first
just,
one.
yeah.
Well, it was because he was neglected as a kid.
Yeah.
That's why.
But they
Neglected as a kid, bullied as a kid.
these new hosts are not mean to him.
No.
And he's just
That's
mean
true.
to them. And it just
But he's not, like, mean.
he breaks a kid's snowman.
Yeah, but he spends most of his time in his little place.
That's true. And he's really, I love his little place. So.
I love his little place. I regret ever saying anything more than just they all have the last name Who. I never should have brought it into play. I didn't need to. I could have just said
No.
that and it would have been enough. My apologies.
Took a dark turn.
When I said that, it took a really dark turn that I didn't need to take.
No.
Yeah.
It's okay though. We forgive you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We're taking a light turn now. We're talking about what we liked.
Yeah.
What was fun. I just had to get the nitty gritty out the way.
Yeah. I have no quotes for this, the second one. So
I do.
You
I
can go ahead.
Um,
And I'll go, uh-huh.
I have Fahu Flores, Dahu Dores. Because what is that supposed to mean? Maybe I'm embarrassing myself and that's in a different language, but there's no way, right? Just go Fahu Flores, Dahu Dores. What does that mean? That's just noise. And then I only have one more.
What?
He goes,
Sahu
Okay.
means.
he goes, thank you for inviting me. I wore a tie.
Oh yeah, I love that bit.
I like that bit. That's my last quote for that movie. I'm really interested to know if Fahu Flores, Dahu
How do you
Dores
spell
means
it?
something. Farhoo.
Yeah.
F-O-R-E-S.
Yeah.
And then the same thing but with a D at the beginning.
Meaning.
What does it mean? What does it
Use
mean?
Twitter for that.
Twitter's gonna tell us.
Last name first and first name last.
That's what it means?
No way.
What does that mean?
Welcome Christmas, otherwise known as Dahu Doras.
No, but they say Welcome Christmas after. Oh, was I wrong? Does that actually mean something?
I don't know.
That's a shocker. It doesn't feel like it. You know, I'm not even gonna edit that out because I'm embarrassed I got it wrong, because that doesn't sound like it means anything, and I'm not gonna pretend it does.
Especially because everything is saying different things.
So I think it is.
Some things are saying Dahu means daughter, and Doras means gift.
This is probably like
Theories.
I was gonna say translations from different languages, but
Or
maybe
that.
you're right. Maybe it's just theories of what it means. Why would it be daughter though?
Last name, first name last. Why would it be that?
Oh, one thing. This is more of a character's issue, but in the first movie, Cindy Lou appears to be the only child, like a young child.
Yeah.
That's not a teenager. Whereas in the second movie, she has a whole group of friends.
Yeah, true. Which I prefer. I love... Huh? What? What did you do?
Do you boyfriend?
Friends.
We don't have to talk about that. What are their names? Axel, Iggy,
Yes. I was
Rupert,
about to search T boyfriend.
Rupert, and one of them appears to be a female, but they could just be less far on in their gender transition.
Less far on. Yeah. Ozzy.
Oh, Ozzy, not Iggy. Ozzy, Rupert, Axel, and there's one more.
But all of these voice actors, that's so sad.
What?
Axel. Guess how Axel's spelled.
AXL.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's almost always spelled AXL, to be fair.
Is it?
Yeah.
Not AXEL?
No, not usually.
Really?
Yeah, weirdly enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, sorry.
Everyone else is just additional voices. Look at all these people that are just additional voices.
That's depressing. Do we not know the name of the girl then?
Izzy?
That's not so.
I'm not sure if it's Izzy or
It's
not.
not so good. Rupert. Yeah, but Rupert's still a trans boy name.
Yeah, true.
Rupert is still a trans boy name. It is. They're all trans boy names.
So I just need to bring light to
And they all-
this.
Get that away from me. I didn't need to see that. He just showed me. Look up Grinch musical poster.
Oh,
Look up Grinch musical poster right now. And
we'll give you time.
And comment how it made you feel.
Yeah, because it's...
It scarred
You're
me for
telling me
life.
that's not sexy.
Don't show it to me again.
Wait. I can't even do that face.
I don't want to see it again. Don't show it to me again. Let's talk about scenes.
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
Okay,
Easy.
first movie. I like it when the Grinch gives everyone jury duty at the post office. He goes, jury duty for you, jury duty for you.
I don't remember
And he
that
gives it to everyone.
That's funny, though.
I know, I really like it.
For real. I like the creature when the two teenagers are going up to the Grinch house at the beginning,
Yeah.
and then
It's more than two.
4
Yeah.
4 teenagers are going up to the door, and then that creature comes out of the door. I love that creature. I don't know why.
Oh my god, I literally wrote that into props.
Yes.
There's a giant prop of his own head, and it looks sick.
I love it. It's actually amazing.
I really like when he's prank calling, but he's just saying jokes.
Yeah.
He prank calls Lou, but instead of prank calling, he just says a joke, doesn't he? He goes is your refrigerator running or something? And he goes, then you better go catch it. And I'm like, that's not.
Yeah, that's good.
His idea of meanness
It's just
prank calling.
prank calling with jokes.
I think that's one thing, is that in the second movie he's actually mean, you know?
Yeah.
Putting the last jar of the jam back on the shelf and then smashing it. That's mean. When
Right?
she needs that jam.
Yeah.
And coughing up a gherkin that's been in your mouth and putting it in someone's bag.
Yeah.
That's mean.
That's
Because he's thoughtlessly mean. He just does it as he goes
Yeah,
along.
that's what I
Whereas
mean.
the Grinch is they're both the Grinch. The Grinch in the first movie is gotta be mean today. I'll prank call people and then tell some jokes.
Yeah.
He's bad at being mean.
He's
I think
bad
that's
at being
funny.
mean, yeah.
He's really bad at being mean. And I think that's funny.
Yeah, no, it is true.
But you know what? It's kind of unfair. The Grinch still gets used to mean someone who's hating on Christmas, even though the Grinch has character development and stops hating Christmas in the movie. So how come we still use it?
I aspire to be the Grinch.
Because he gets character development.
Yeah.
He understands the error of his ways.
Exactly.
His heart grows.
Two
He lives in a mountain alone.
Yeah.
And he has a dog.
And a really cute dog at that.
That's my
So,
aspirations in life.
That's all I need ever.
Exactly. I put that I like his zip line, and I like that when he goes down the zip line in his house. He has a zip line in his house.
Yeah.
And when he goes down it, he violently cackles. But he presumably goes down it all the time, so does he cackle every time?
I hope so.
But isn't
I'd
that an
be
odd
really-
thing to do? If you had a slide in your house, it would be you'd be whee the first 2 times. Are you doing it every time?
I reckon I would,
I don't know, I had a slide before.
I didn't. I don't have a slide. Imagine if I did right now.
It was kind of dangerous, actually. Anyway, but I think, if I had a fireman's pole in my house, actually, maybe I would be giggling
I
every
just feel
time I went down.
now, you know, it's been a few years since any like proper childhood wonderment to anything. I've got to enjoy what I have. And
If you had a fireman pole from your top floor to your bottom floor,
I think I'd cry actually. That sounds terrifying.
I'd go down it.
But it's fine.
Fireman, you don't move down fireman poles that fast.
That's true.
Yeah.
It'd probably be fine.
Don't do it in shorts. Ouchie.
Yeah.
But think, you get on it,
Yeah.
and then you cover your hands in your sleeves, and you go, wee! But it's not like you shoot down them. Trampoline on the bottom of the fireman pole.
No.
Hear me out.
There's no hearing you out here.
No, listen to me.
No, that's horrific. Don't.
Lift, no lift inside. Fireman pole. Trampoline at the bottom, so that when you hit, you just bump into the sides.
It'll be the
Trampolines.
Bong, 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 bong again.
Trampolines on the sides.
Oh.
Bounce
It
around.
really is bong, bong, bong,
You
bong,
bounce
bong.
around like bouncy balls.
Oh, that sounds horrific. Your head would hurt so much.
No, it's trampolines.
I am falling asleep.
We can take a break
Take a break.
till tomorrow.
Oh, that's true.
I think that's the
We
shout.
might have to because I'm losing.
Because we were too energetic and now we're too tired. And if we go through tomorrow, we'll be level-headed and normal.
That's true.
Not normal.
Yeah, we'll see.
We're
tomorrow.
pressing pause.
Pressing pause, guys.
See you tomorrow when Kai's got some sleep.
Get it?
Get it?
Press pause.
Hello. Welcome back.
Hi.
Kai had to sleep,
Yeah.
so we took a
If
break.
it's kept in, you'll probably be able to tell. Because for the last 10 minutes of last night, I was falling asleep.
I know, it was disappointing because I think I had some good ideas that would go on like Shark Tank, but
You should keep it in.
no, I'm just talking to myself. That's kind of miserable.
No, I'm going, yeah.
Scenes in The Grinch.
I think we already started this, but yeah,
Yeah, but we're not.
to be fair.
I'd like to bring up that his backstory used to make me genuinely cry. The backstory scenes.
Yeah, you have guilt problems.
Everyone's so
Empathy
mean to him.
Problems.
And why didn't Martha stand up to
Empathy is
him?
not a problem, but
But I just do it in that special way where it is. For me, not for other people.
no.
I think Martha May should have stood up to him. I think it's really messed up she didn't.
Yeah, I said this. DIY gift. He did all that. He made her the actually sweetest thing.
And
there.
she was sad it got broke.
She was sad it got broke. And then everyone was actually horrible about it. They were horrible,
And she didn't
horrible
care.
people.
That's what I'm saying. The Who's are evil.
They are.
And Martha May didn't even care. But, like, she did care. She was really upset, but she didn't say anything. She was like, oh, it was a horrible day and everyone was so mean to him. It's like, why didn't you say?
She was popular.
I like the present.
Yeah, if
I like
she
the
had
present,
said it
thank you.
instantly.
I think your face looks okay.
Yeah.
With
If she
those-
said it instantly,
yeah.
no one would have made fun of him because everyone respects her.
Exactly. Fucking Augustus Mayhew. And he was fat. How didn't he get bullied? No, like, I'm not fat phobic, but I mean in the context of the movie from the
movie, yeah.
2000s.
Yeah.
How did the fat Mayhew not get bullied and the green guy did?
I know. It's rude.
Nothing wrong with being green.
No. Or hairy.
Also, they don't bully him for being green, they bully him for being hairy.
Yeah.
Which is it's interesting that that's the one you pick.
Yeah, because like his hair being green is what's different, but his hair compared to everyone else isn't that
I
different.
guess that Maddie has a beard. But he's green. He's green and your Maddie has a beard.
Yeah, that's just
You know?
like you'll have a beard
Priorities.
when you're older.
Yeah, exactly. Priorities. You're
Calm
never going to be
yourself.
green.
Yeah.
Unless you go to like, I don't know, what would make you green? Eat too many peas.
No.
Why not?
Maybe.
Flamingos go pink when they eat shrimps.
The
And all those
peas-
people drank too much Sunny D and they went orange.
Peas feel like
It'd have to be something
like
bright.
you wouldn't say I wouldn't say someone would turn green from cucumber because cucumber's just water.
Peas are just...
Peas feel like they're that level
they're not
of
water,
like
but there's something.
they don't feel like they're gonna turn something green. But then again, mushy peas are really really green, so it's like
Mushy peas could turn you green.
yeah,
There's something in those.
right? Like dye acid.
They look like they've been in that can. So it's canned mushy peas. They're
Yeah.
bright green and they
Yeah.
look like they've been in the can since the 1400s. And they're gonna kill you
Yeah,
first bite.
true.
And they've just been gaining, like, what's the word? Radioactiveness.
Yeah, those are
Yeah.
radioactive mushy
The
peas.
radioactive mushy peas. I don't like them. The can's always blue and there's like a word art font that
Yes.
says like mushy peas and I'm like,
No.
those aren't mushy peas. Those are super peas. You can't trick me.
Radioactive super peas.
Okay, yeah, peas probably wouldn't turn you green. Like a lot of Mountain Dew. It's not really green, I guess.
No. I'm trying to think of
But
green.
if Sunny D
Like
is what
spinach.
makes... No, spinach wouldn't turn you... Why would spinach? But
I
peas
thought
wouldn't.
spinach is what is really green stuff that. No.
Oh, maybe you're right. No, 'cause spinach would make you like dark green, I feel like.
Yeah. He's got his colour. Well, obviously he didn't eat something too much and turn green, but I don't think that's what happened. I wrote jackhammer in all caps, and that's all I wrote. Hope
I
you know.
fucking wrote about this too.
Yeah. Okay.
That is perfect. Okay. There's a bit where he gets a clapping monkey.
Yes!
There's a huge giant. I don't know if those have a better name than clapping.
Guys.
Oh my god. Those have a better name than clapping monkey, surely. But I don't know what it is. But there's the monkeys with cymbals.
Yeah.
One of those, and he's going, play, monkey, play! And then he starts riding around in circles on a jackhammer. And then it's never brought up again. And that's one of my favourite moments from the first one that's not in the second one.
Oh,
That's what that type of stuff is what makes the first one feels like a bunch of like moments that aren't supposed to be joined together. Like they made a character and they wanted to get the character doing a bunch of silly things and it's irrelevant to the plot.
That's probably why other aspects of it aren't so
Good.
That
bit is good.
That bit is amazing, and they
Play, monkey, play. And then, yeah, he just rides around in circles on a jackhammer.
Yeah.
Just like, wee!
I was like, because I can't really remember, because literally all I wrote was jackhammer in all caps, but I do remember it now.
For you, I wrote, this is word for word I wrote. The bit where he gets a clapping monkey and shouts, play, although it looks like I said shits. In fact, that does say shits, that's an I. But it's supposed to say shouts, play, monkey, play, and rides around on a jackhammer, but it's never relevant again, question mark.
Real. I actually... Oh, also I wanted to say that I really love his Christmas jumper.
I love his, and he's like ill, but it's so cool.
I love it. He's got bells everywhere.
The mayor's like, little like psychic. He's like, and the reward will go to someone who got his tonsils removed twice, which suggests that he got them removed and then he got them put back in.
I don't know, yeah.
And then removed again. Surely you can't reattach tonsils.
No. No way.
I'm not even going to bother
Why
Googling
would
it
you?
because I don't see how you could possibly reattach
Why would you?
tonsils.
If they can get rid of it, then why would they put them back? What do you even need your fucking tonsils for anyway?
I don't know what tonsils do.
Nothing.
What does your appendix do?
Nothing.
Other than burst?
Nothing.
Right? So why don't they just remove everyone's at birth? Anyway. So I don't know why he'd get the tonsils put back in because it doesn't seem like you'd need
Oh
them.
yeah. No, that just seems strange. On that note, love, absolutely adore when the Grinch shaves the mayor's head.
Mm-hmm.
That was a highlight of the movie too. I actually genuinely love that bit.
Incredibly iconic because he just does it. You don't expect it.
Nope, he just goes bloop down his head, his party.
Yeah.
Says he looks fabulous, and then the mayor's like, "Somebody do something." Or no, he says to his like little psychic guy, "It's like do something." And so the guy picks up the shaver and shaves his own head down the middle as well to match.
That guy's kind of an icon.
Yeah.
Like I don't like anyone standing up for the mayor, but this is the thing. You don't even get an evil mayor in the new one.
No.
Everyone's just nice.
Everyone is just genuinely
Nice.
sweet and kind.
I guess Rupert's maybe a bit dodge. Starting like shady businesses.
Nah. It's
Selling
fine.
snowballs so that you can eat them. Dogs might have pissed on them. Shady business.
It's rough.
That one's lemon flavour.
No.
Have we gotten to the point where I'm making jokes about piss in snow?
Oh my god, the parallels. You explain.
Oh my god, pissed it right through his... That was an accident.
It was an accident, but we've done it. You've done it.
I wrote... What the fuck does this say?
Okay.
He's trying... Like, the Grinch is trying to be nice.
Yeah.
But, like, he's just overstimulated because they're doing too much.
Oh, yeah.
You know? And then they all get mad at him again.
But
he wants to... He comes down and he's going like, this is too much, too fast. Like, he's fine with being friends with them again. He just thinks it's too much.
Yeah.
And they won't let him, like, have a break.
It's
their own fault. Dicks. They overwhelm him immediately.
Yeah.
They don't do that in the new one.
No. He's been mean to them, and they still Christmas, and then Cindy's like, it's okay, but that's our Christmas, or whatever.
But that's the
and
thing,
he's
I'm glad
I
that,
feel
like...
bad, can I go back?
In the old one, it's like he confronts them about their wrongdoings, which I do like.
Yeah, true.
But in the new one, they don't have wrongdoings, which I also like.
Yeah.
In different ways.
Yeah.
And then I put, he's just a socialist and he's calling out the capitalist society.
Real.
And what's an example of that is the fact that May is like, new car, courtesy of the taxpayers of Whoville, to give to Martha.
Yeah.
That's not okay.
No.
That's not okay.
That is actually kind of... She doesn't even like him. She likes the Grinch.
Yeah, exactly. Martha looks stunning that day.
She did.
But it's the fact he's like, I got you a new car. The taxpayers paid for it. Dude, if I found out that my tax-paying money, that I don't currently pay, but I will done one day. If I found out that my tax-paying money was being spent on, like, the Prime Minister's buying his wife a car.
Literally.
Furious.
That would be ridiculous.
Furious.
That's actually so...
Literally. Ridiculous.
I've said, so, during You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch, the song.
In the
That's
original.
what it's called, yeah.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. Oh, we hate that.
Oh, yeah, I love that song. But I need your help here because I don't understand my notes once again. I wrote swinging and spinning during the song Never Slayed Harder.
I'm guessing he just does that. He swings and spins while the song plays.
Does he? Swing and spin?
I guess he does. I don't know. I didn't write anything about that, but I'll believe it.
Okay, well, maybe he swings and spins. And I don't remember. But I wrote about it, so he must have done something. And he slayed it, apparently.
I didn't like that when the mayor's telling Cindy Lou off.
Yeah.
And he goes like, he really emphasizes the word girl instead of the word little.
Yeah.
It's like, why are we listening to a little girl? And it's like, that's not the part you should be emphasizing here. Like, they just made him like canonically misogynistic.
Yeah.
Like, he's not mad that she's literally 7 years old and telling him what to do.
Yeah. No.
He's mad that it's a girl telling him what to do. 7-year-old boy, complete authority over him.
Well, yeah.
Which, yeah, that's fair.
Anyone has authority over him, let's be real.
Okay, I have a really big flash forward, so do you have anything you want to mention?
Yeah. When they're getting dragged, it's Cindy Lou's mum and
Cindy Lou's.
Cindy Lou's.
Cindy Lou's mum. No, I like it like that though.
Lou's.
Cindy Lou. Can we just call her Cindy Lou?
Cindy Lou mum.
Cindy Lou mum.
Cindy Lou's
So you can't
mum.
call them like who mum, because they're all who's.
Yeah.
But yeah, Cindy Lou's mum.
Cindy Lou's mum. And Martha May. And they're both being dragged. They like try and stop the Grinch in the sleigh.
Yeah.
And they're getting dragged. And they are like proper moaning because they are being pulled. And it was
so funny.
so
I don't
like,
remember that.
unnecessary. Like, well, it's Martha May who's moaning.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so.
She's like, sexy Grinch, stay.
Sexy Grinch, stay, don't leave me.
See, they couldn't have put that in the second movie, that's what I'm saying.
No, definitely not.
There's a bit where the Grinch is holding up the sleigh at the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
Like, when he went to push it.
Yeah.
And it's, like, weirdly the most cinematic scene in the movie. There's, like, wind blowing, and the air's, like, it looks cold. And he's, like, you know, he's, like, posing against it. And it's, like, really weirdly, like, it could be from the Titanic.
Real.
But it's the Grinch. Stole Christmas. And I like that. I'm out of scenes.
Okay, I have one more. Right at the end, after Martha May, it's like...
Martha May.
I was about to say Martha Lou, and I was like, that's not right.
No.
Martha May is like, I like the Grinch, or whatever. And then he starts jumping up and down and going little circles. You get really excited. He's like, I've got to go.
He's real, that's me.
I was like, it's so sweet just how excited he is. That, like, because he liked her for, like, all that time.
Yeah, when he was a tiny child.
Yeah,
and
she liked him back the whole time.
That's
and
so
he had
cute.
to just go in his cave.
He could have had a girl that whole time and not live in his cave if she just stood up to him.
Yeah. But
for him.
Now he does, and I think that was really sweet. And him being so excited was really sweet as well.
There's something I'd like to briefly mention because it's relevant to what we were talking about yesterday and something today. Well, we found out today that Paul Rudd's parents are cousins.
Yeah, we did.
So...
second cousins.
You can be a respectable member of society and be the outcome of incest, just like Cindy Lou.
Oh.
I'm standing up for her.
Yeah, I know, but...
it's not her fault.
No, it's not her
It's the
fault.
parents' fault.
Yeah, everyone still loves Paul Rudd.
Everyone still loves Paul Rudd. He didn't choose it.
No.
His parents chose it.
I
And
don't
that
know
was
why.
their decision to make.
Yeah.
But it's nothing to do with him.
No. He's
He's a bystander in all this.
Yeah, he really is.
Anyway. So, I just wanted to briefly mention that. Let's talk about the scenes in the second movie.
Yes, my little tag things to hold my page. Okay, in my way. Okay, I just want to say right off the bat, the original, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, deserved having a remake done.
It did.
It was
because they knew that while it's an incredible movie and no one can ever touch Jim Carrey's performance, it deserved to have always been a cartoon.
Yeah. It deserved it, it needed it.
It needed to be an animation.
And we got it, so...
and I'm happy.
Yeah, I'm happy too.
That's the thing, is what the first Grinch was missing was a cartoon. But if they made the cartoon the exact same, people wouldn't like that.
Yeah, no, exactly. They needed it to be different.
And it's different, and they did a good job.
Yeah, true.
Benedict Cumberbatch, he did a good job.
Real.
Well, I want to say my favourite scene probably in this whole movie, weirdly, is like the one where he goes into town and there's carol singers and they chase him and they like show up in all of the rooms of the houses and stuff like that. I love that scene, and I think the song they picked is perfect because out of all carols, God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen is like ominous. It's an ominous song.
It is an ominous
compared
song.
to like other carols.
dismay. 'Cause Jesus Christ our Saviour was born on Christmas Day to save us all from Satan's power when we have gone astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy, oh, tidings of comfort.
And they speed up. They go, comfort and joy, oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy, and they speed up really, really fast. And I fuck with that scene.
Yeah, real. I fuck with that song.
Fuck with that song. That song compared to any other Christmas carol.
Yeah.
Because Christmas carol's boring. You don't want to listen to carols. You want to listen to songs.
Yeah.
That song is fucking powerful.
That song is.
That song is powerful. There's something about it. It gives me like a
like
physical
a
reaction. It's like a drug. I feel like I want to. When he speeds up, I'm like,
oh.
I start like I'm excited. I'm ready to go.
True.
I want to be singing. I want to be on stage in a choir,
yeah.
And there's a man furiously waving a stick, and we're singing so fast. Like, that's and I'm like staring into the crowd, like whoa.
That's
how
like
that
that
song makes me feel.
Literally.
I love that song.
I want that on my playlist because I would never skip that.
Tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy, oh, tidings of comfort and joy. Oh, I love that song.
It's so good.
It's just so like to save us all from Satan's power.
It's so.
I'm like, yeah, please. Come on, Jesus. Let's go.
Boy's like
fucking
pulsating.
It's your birthday. See, that's the thing. Because Christmas isn't about God. Fuck God at Christmas time.
Yeah.
It's Jesus time.
Jesus time.
It's his birthday. God bless you, Mary, tender mother, never do the small. All to the small stars, not just the stars. To save us all from Satan's power, love, all stars, all tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. I start to choke.
You're so close.
I start to choke on my own tongue.
Oh. Okay, well done.
I also like when he puts the pickles back.
I want to say something that came before this.
Sorry.
There was a big ass cake.
Yeah.
Did you see I want that cake.
The pink cake, it comes back.
Yeah.
At the end. Which, bear in mind, if it comes back at the end, they made that cake too early. It's stale by the party. Yeah, I'm just saying. It's the same cake,
I
isn't
think
it?
there was a flashback. The first time someone was eating it, I think.
Okay.
The Grinch was eating it.
That's fine then. Because I was going to say, if it's the cake at the party, that's too early. It's stale.
Oh, yeah, true.
No one's stale cake.
Yeah.
Do you have anything before I talk about the pickles?
He, on his little journey of being mean, so that's a part of it, but at the beginning, he throws a snowball at a kid.
Yeah.
Was it the same kid that he destroyed the snowman of?
Probably.
Yeah. And I think that's funny, because I hate children, so it works for me.
Okay. Yeah, but you were like, oh no, he broke the snow. What are you doing?
Nothing.
Stop.
Oh.
There's something so distracting about you just like fucking around with your notebook.
This is why I need a phone, because I can't...
Fiddling is... You can't go on your phone while we film.
No, this is why I need my notes on my phone.
Oh. Well, I didn't know you'd act like this, like a small child. You weren't doing this yesterday.
What did I just do?
Stop. You do need a phone. He eats a pickle and then he goes, ew, and then he like spits it into a jar and puts it in someone's shopping.
Yeah.
That is disgusting.
Yeah, that is just bad. It's the face he pulls after me, so he spits it out and then he looks at it, he's like, and then hides it back in.
He's not even trying to be evil. He's just
like, what do I do with this? Okay.
Like, it's not, like, obviously he's disregarding someone's, like, health and happiness, but, like, he's not being evil in the way that he is evil when he does, like, the jam jar thing.
Yeah.
Where it's, like, calculated. He's just, like, he doesn't have respect for anybody.
Yeah.
And he's just like, ooh, gross.
Gross. I guess here, that's fine. And then puts it in her trolley.
I like,
Oh, wait.
Oh, okay.
Because all mine are in order, so I know which one what's coming first.
Okay.
He gets punched by the inflatable snowman into the ground. So outside of...
Strong inflatable snowman.
Yeah. The guy that has a big house and he's all Christmassy.
Yeah.
He has loads of, like, inflatable things outside.
Yeah, I remember.
And they like,
Bricklebalm,
follows
by the way.
them, and they're all
Don't
inflating.
disrespect Bricklebalm.
I forgot his name. They're all inflating, and then all of a sudden the snowman inflates, and it goes... and he gets punched into the ground.
It's unrealistic, because, like, stuff like that that's, like, inflatable is always, like, really thin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really thin inflatable. Technically it's not cooking scene, she's making breakfast, but illumination, like, and, like, animation cooking scenes, they're always so fun. When she, like, makes the toast.
True.
And then she squirts on, like, the liquid jam.
Squirty jam.
Second favourite scene in this movie, she rides the rubber ring on top of all the houses.
Oh, yeah. I didn't really remember that much, but yeah.
She rides the rubber ring. She goes like wee, and she rides it on the rooftops of all of the houses.
Yeah.
I love that scene.
True.
How do you remember that? It's when she's trying to deliver the letter, and then she hits into the Grinch. But she goes on all the rooftops. She's like boom, 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 and then she. Hits into,
yes.
Yeah, and then she hits into the Grinch.
Yes,
Yeah, I knew
I
you didn't
remember.
remember, and you were just agreeing.
Yes. Well,
She hits into the Grinch, and he's like, "Is this your list of demands to Santa?"
oh yeah.
She's
I
like,
remember
"It's
saying
not
that
a
too.
demand. It's a wish.
It's a wish.
It's more like a wish." And he's like, "I don't really give a shit. I'm gonna go back to my cave now."
Yeah.
I
I love the bit when they are like flying the big tree over.
Yes, and Bricklebaum's like, "We're doing Christmas 3 times beer." And he's like, 3 times? That is massive. That is humongous.
He was like, that's 100 times.
Because it is. It's huge.
It's like insanely big.
It's bigger than a building.
They need cranes to put decorations on. That's too big.
And then we also pointed out, like, if Bricklebaum and stuff are hanging from the tree,
Yeah, they're not.
how's
holding it
the
up.
tree flying? But then it has a propeller on it,
Yeah, but it'd still fall. The front would fall.
you'd think. This is a sturdy tree.
That sturdy.
Yeah.
God, that's crazy. I'm gonna just
Maybe.
try
I
and
do like the
believe-
idea that everyone makes their own giant ornament.
Right, I think that's such a sweet idea.
And it's like as big as them.
Yeah,
And
they
then-
should do that here.
and then a
You know they
crane
have the
puts
tree
onto it.
out. They should get everyone to
Yeah,
decorate
it'd
it.
be a lot smaller.
Yeah,
But they should. Yeah, because that's true. They don't have any baubles on it.
It's just lights.
But I guess if people made them, they'd have to be made of something that wouldn't be weather damaged. And
Oh,
they'd
that's
also
true.
blow away.
That's also true.
It's a storm.
It's a storm.
Yeah, it was windy yesterday. They all would have blown away.
Let's be real.
Kids get
if
sad
trees are
if
getting,
stuff they make breaks.
yeah, if trees are breaking and falling down, that's trees gone. Surely.
Theo, cut out the word you just said that you need to cut out.
Cut it.
Cut.
I mean it, bitch.
Really important.
Yeah, they should. They that would blow away. Surely.
Well, we'll see. I
we'll
like
see.
every scene of Max like doing stuff on his own in the house.
True.
They really just give Max a whole personality that they didn't
I
give him. in the
love
first one.
Max. Oh, I've
Max.
said it already. I
he's-
think.
He's got his own little mattress, a curtain. He's got a lift. The lift excites me.
And the coffee machine.
The coffee machine's exciting, but the lift really excites me.
And this table helmet.
I love his table helmet.
I love his table.
Seems really cruel, but it looks cool on him.
But
seems
he loves
happy.
it.
Yeah, he seems happy. He likes being useful, I think.
Yeah, he loves it. Also, I'm really mad at myself because I hate myself writing notes. All I wrote is Magic Man, and I recognise now that it was a Grinch because he does a little magic trick and he makes something disappear in his hand.
Oh, I remember you saying Magic Man, but you need to add more context.
I know. What am I on about? Because
I can put
how
that
can
little
I
context.
Yeah.
You can't put that
how
little
can I
context.
trust my memory enough to have just written Magic Man?
You didn't. You didn't think about it that much. You just wrote it because like I said yesterday, you are so stubborn. You think your memory's good, and then you get hit with the reality that it's terrible.
Yeah, I'm just
Like you're like, oh no, I'm 100% certain I remember exactly like it was today that this happened, and then you're wrong, and then you're like, well, my memory's bad, and I'm like, I know. So why did you act like there's not a single chance in the world you were wrong?
because sometimes I'll be right. People need to have faith in me and my memory.
You don't have faith in you and your memory.
I do when I need it. The faith, I mean.
Not
the
the
memory.
memory.
I can't
Exactly.
control that.
You can't control whether or not you have any.
I can control my faith in it though, and maybe that will make a difference. Just gotta have faith.
Well, I have as much
I
faith.
regret all of
How about
that.
I have as much faith in you as I do that
No.
Santa's
Change
real.
it. You have as much faith in my memory.
I have as much faith in your memory
Yeah,
as
that's
I
fine.
do that. I gotta make it more extreme. That Jesus is real. No, Jesus could be real. That God's real.
You have no faith in me.
I could have some faith in God. Actually, yeah. You know what? What's the one that's not atheist?
Agnostic.
I'm agnostic.
Yeah.
So
Fine.
I'm agnostic about
you know,
your memory.
You know that. I'm agnostic about your memory.
I'm agnostic in my faith in your memory.
You know that one Hiveman video where Graydon's talking about. Wait, I've forgotten.
I have
Oh,
just
fuck,
a
I
genuine
forgot.
addiction.
I
People
forgot.
talking about how they're promoting gambling. I have an addiction to Hive Man
I
already.
forgot
I don't know.
what I was gonna say.
I don't
Fuck.
know.
What were we talking about? What did we talk about?
You just said, do you remember that one Hive
Yeah,
Man
no,
video?
before that.
We're talking about religion and how I'm agnostic to whether or not you remember things.
And he said, "No, I don't remember. It
No,
doesn't matter."
something about opiates, probably. Or unless you're talking about Riley.
No, I'm talking about Graydon.
Yeah.
And he says something. I don't remember what he said, so we're just gonna have
Yeah,
to.
but what is the context?
It was just what was said, but I don't remember.
Yeah, but I could probably figure it out if I got some more information.
Do you have all the
Do you
information
know
right now?
the context? This is exactly why I'm agnostic about my faith in your memory, because you knew what you were going to say exactly about 2 seconds ago.
I can't remember it now.
Yeah, I know, that's my point. I like that in the first one, he has to like do everything manually. You know what I mean? Like he has to grab all the trees. In the second one, he's got technology.
Yeah.
He's a tech pro.
I said this, so he's a tech pro, and Grinch in the first one is a, like, mechanic factory man.
Yeah, but the first one, it's like, that's the thing, in the first one, he's like an old guy, I feel like.
Yeah.
In the first one, he's like an old man who's been locked away and he doesn't
He's an old man fixing cars.
Yeah,
and
he doesn't know much about, like, and he doesn't want to know any of this newfangled business.
Yeah.
Whereas
like
in the new
Christmas.
one, he's like, he knows more about tech than anyone in Whoville.
Yeah.
You know? He's like, he's up to date with the times.
Yeah. Ahead of them, may I say.
He's ahead of the time. Also, I like, you know the scene where he's looking at a map of the he's looking at a map of the town that he made, and he's like putting red string on it. You know what I mean?
No.
He's like showing their route around the town in red string.
Oh, wait, yeah.
Max gets a post-it note stuck to his foot, and he like waggles his foot around.
It's
Yeah, I like that. And then also, this is like my only last note in scenes. Do you have more, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
I'll get my last one out of the way. He uses a circular saw to cut fabric. The fabric's just gonna get mangled up.
Yeah, that's...
Because it's not like he's holding the fabric like really tight or anything. Like,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
just cutting it with circular saw. Like, it's gonna get mangled to shit.
Oh, yeah. That would ruin it.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely...
But he makes such a nice outfit.
Yeah, it's what's the word I was gonna say?
I don't know. He
I
makes
don't
this cute little outfit,
Yeah.
and he uses circular saw. That's unrealistic.
It is. But then again,
Oh well.
Green Man Steals Christmas. Pretty unrealistic too.
What's unrealistic about Green Man Steals Christmas?
We already covered this. There's nothing that will make anyone green.
It's a shame that we never see Santa in this one,
Yeah.
considering he's clearly supposed to be real.
Yeah, true.
Because all the parents go to bed and they're talking about how Santa's gonna come.
Yeah.
So clearly Santa is real in this universe. Not that he's not real.
I have a question
In
of
real
what
life,
the visual of their Santa looks like for them.
Exactly, that's why I think I don't want
Because
to
the
see
Grinch, let's be real, his disguise is not that much of a disguise. How'd they not know?
Because they've never seen Santa.
No, but
If you saw someone who was dressed like how you've always been told Santa dressed, but he was green, would you question that he was Santa at that age?
if I knew what the Grinch looked like, yeah.
But in the second one, they don't.
In the second one, no.
In the first one, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
But in the second one, they don't. And I just think, like, how are you gonna... You're not gonna question it because you haven't seen Santa before.
Yeah, that's true.
The Grinch could just be the same, like, complexion as Santa.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
That's just my take on it.
that's fair.
Did you ever stay up wanting to see Santa?
No.
No,
No.
I did. When I was like 5 or 6, I think I definitely did try and stay up.
Yeah. I mean, there was a time where...
I never like... I think a part of me wanted to be like, oh, I stayed up to see Santa, but then part of me was like scared of like...
Yeah.
I was like, Santa's gonna yell at me.
And then I don't remember my
I get
third
orange
story.
every year.
Oh, no, wait, the rats.
The rat.
The rats! Oh my god,
Tell
the
me the
rats!
Christmas rat story.
When
I'm excited about this.
we were in our old house and we had rats, they
Yeah.
started at Christmas. And so it was Christmas Eve, and I can't sleep because all the rats are scurrying. And I couldn't sleep until it was 1. But 1 then
Yeah.
was kind of late because I was going to bed really early then.
I think,
But-
I was gonna say, I remember the first time my mum, came up and she was like, oh, you look sleepy. And I was like, I have to sleep early because Christmas doesn't come. And she knew. She was like, you're gonna come wake us up really early, aren't you? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, I don't think it's ever been before 5.
Good on you. That's
Now
shocking.
I'm not allowed to till 8.
Well, they pushed it back because I think it was 7.
It was
I think
7
they
a
moved
couple
it-
years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not my parents who made the 8 rule. Because my parents are annoyed I woke them up.
Yeah.
They get over it.
Oh, okay.
It's my siblings now. What?
The big tree fell down outside our house.
In the night?
Yeah, that is right outside our balcony. That's from our kitchen.
Oh my god. And so
That's
much...
going to give us water damage.
Look how much dirt went with it. Yeah, that is gonna give you water damage. Okay, anyway,
Yeah, we could. Okay, we can.
I have
we
like a couple. I have
things to say.
things to say about soundtrack and type of filming and stuff. I don't know. I do for both. Not a lot.
I have one thing. I have 2 things to say.
Yeah.
The goat screams.
Oh,
Genuinely, the goat is a character in itself. Really.
we didn't even talk about the reindeer scene. That's our favorite scene.
No, it is not my favorite scene, to be fair.
Okay, I was saying the first movie, Lou's sliding ladder at the post office.
Yes.
He slides across the whole wall. If I had that as a child, that would have fulfilled my life and I'd be a different person.
Yeah, real.
I wanted one of those so bad as a kid. Whee!
Definitely.
Whee!
That would be so much fun.
And then also... this is something that I understood better as we realised that it just works better as a cartoon, but the whole setting, like all the background,
Yeah.
looks fake
Yeah.
in like the way it would in like a play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
Like it looks really weird. I think it's fun. It's like camp.
Yeah.
You know, that you can tell it's obviously fake.
Yeah.
It's all weirdly fake. Also, this is something that I think is important to mention. Is like in the second one, he has a house. He has a house in the mountain. Like he's built a nice house for himself.
Yeah.
In the first one, he like lives in Squalor.
True.
Is it Squalor or Squalor?
I don't know.
I think it's Squalor.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah.
That sounds righter.
Yeah. Well, either one. My bad. He lives in like a dump in the first one. And he lives in like a really nice house he built for himself. It's huge.
True.
He's got a dining room. He's got a nice kitchen.
I love his house.
He's got everything is nice. Everything's bright.
I want to live there.
His whole house is lit. It's furnished. You know, it's really, and he's got like bookshelves and a fancy window. Whereas in the old one, it's just a dark, dingy house.
It is actually crazy. Like it's like he has fallen to the depths of the core of the earth.
Literally, there's nothing there. Just this big echoey hole.
Yeah,
he has a genuinely incredibly nice house in the second one. I'd want to live there.
Me too.
I
I like the scene where Fred the reindeer has squirty cream and it squirts through his nostrils and then
goes
back in.
Ew, I hate that bit, but it is funny.
It's so funny.
I put that it has good montage scenes.
Yes.
It has lots of good montage scenes.
It does.
Multiple that the big first one lacks. Because I love a good montage. And the first one doesn't have a montage.
Montages are really good.
I know. They're just fun.
They're like an art form.
I love a montage that's like too cliche.
Yeah.
No, he's like getting fit and ready to be Santa. And then he's like cooking or something. I don't know. Like I just love a montage.
Yeah, true. Music.
I was gonna say soundtrack in the second movie.
It's just
really
incredible.
good. Like first of all, obviously we love Brockhampton, so Boogie is in it for a very short time.
Enough,
but
not
it's
enough time, but
it's not enough time.
It's enough for me to go, oh my god, it's Boogie. Oh my god, I love this.
They already had to cut out the word bitch, and there's only so many swear words you can bleep out until it's like, why have you even got this song in the movie? Like if they'd kept the whole song, the whole thing would have had to be bleeped out. It wouldn't have worked. Plus that intro music fitted perfectly with the moment.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And like if Joba verse comes in, that doesn't fit the movie.
Break next like a chiropractor.
That doesn't fit the movie. And then also Tyler's version of the song is really good.
Yes.
Because I think most people wouldn't like a rap version of a song from like an original movie.
Yeah, no, probably not.
But the hook's the same, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
It's like, you're a mean one,
Mr.
Grinch. But it's in Tyler's voice. And then it's got the rap verses.
Yeah.
But they're not even like, who's this something fellow with his skin all green and his teeth all yellow.
It's so good.
It's really good. It's perfect.
It's perfect. You should add that to your Christmas playlist.
No, because it's for emo Christmas songs.
Oh.
There's nothing emo about... I can.
I don't have a Christmas playlist.
I don't know.
Maybe I should make one.
Maybe. That's the problem is I need a new one of just Christmas songs I like, because that one's only those Christmas songs.
Yeah.
And then I want to play Christmas songs.
It's just annoying because like I can't just add Christmas songs to my main playlist because I can't.
I can.
I can't.
No, okay, I have the songs in my emo Christmas playlist, in my normal playlist, but I don't have normal Christmas songs in my normal playlist.
Yeah, well that's different.
That feels weird.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And you can't.
Putting Christmas songs or Halloween songs or whatever songs by a band that you like
Yeah.
is a different situation because you can listen to it all year round.
Yeah.
I'm not listening, like my favourite Christmas song is Christmas Rapping, but I can't listen to Christmas Rapping any time of year.
Yeah, right, that would just be weird.
Yeah. Although I sing it any time of year. That song, I never used to like come, when I'm thinking about Christmas songs, never used to come to mind. Something happened to me in 2023 that song is the only Christmas song that was ever on my mind.
Yeah.
All the time, I was just like, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Oh, I think I missed this one this year. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. There's something, it's addictive.
Yeah. Because like, well, fuck.
Like a whole month after Christmas, and I kept singing it. And I was like, there's something happening to my brain chemistry that all of a sudden this is the Christmas song. Because I didn't like it that much before, I think.
Yeah, I know.
Bah humbug, no that's too strong, because it is my favourite holiday. I
just double check if I actually reviewed.
Yeah, okay, we want to talk Letterboxd.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you want to go first?
Sure. Okay, so for the How the Grinch Stole Christmas,
Yeah.
I gave it 4.5 stars and a like.
Yeah.
And I said, somebody's fabulous! Because I love that line. It's
That's
perfect and it's amazing. And yeah, that's my review. Do you want to do the just for that movie?
Yeah, for my How the Grinch Stole Christmas review, I gave it 5 stars, and I like.
Yep.
And I put "You don't fuck with the Grinch like I do,"
That's real though.
because I just keep putting that on everything because I just think it's true.
It is true.
Because you know what, I may think now that the second movie's better, but like either way, the Grinch
The Grinch
original
as a character.
Grinch as a character, the original one, no one messes with him the way I mess with
No.
him. He's gleeful, and I like that. In
You're
a
all
guy.
you're all about the gleeful characters.
Yeah.
And for the Grinch, I couldn't bring myself to admit to the people that follow me on Letterboxd that I thought that the Grinch was better. So I gave it also 4.5 stars and
Yeah.
a like, and I said so much more fruity.
That's really funny because I gave it 5 stars and I put they cuntified the whole movie. We literally exactly bang on the same way. Like they did though. Like they cutified. I was telling you about this. I think I did. I don't know if I mentioned this on here. If I just told you when we were down in the house.
Oh, I'm not sure.
But they cutified the Grinch. In the first one, he's like
House.
the first one. He's like ugly. You know.
Yeah.
Like don't get me wrong. I put him on my Hit Me Out cake. I love him. But he's supposed to be ugly and like freaky looking. He's just a little green guy in the second one. He's not ugly. He doesn't have like a wrinkled face or like a beard. He's just a little fuzzy guy
Yeah.
with funny hair. And he's shaped like a pear.
Like a pear. It's the colour of a pear too.
Sort of.
Yeah.
What
What film are we doing next?
Oh, we should say that. Let me give me a
here's-
look-see.
Here's the list.
Oh, it's too bright. Goodness fucking me, bro.
Take a little gander.
You know what? I think we should do Human Traffic
Yeah.
next.
Yay.
Okay, you've heard it here, folks.
Human traffic. If
The
we don't
next
do that,
movie
you can yell at us.
We're going to be watching will be Human Traffic.
Love you guys.
Hopefully you can listen to us speak for an hour and a half, please. We really want this to work
we
out.
We should stop at exactly 15 seconds. 14, 30, 12.
Okay.
11.
It was nice talking to you lovely people. Sorry that this episode is probably a lot longer and makes a lot less sense and is a lot less entertaining. And we are nearly there. Wait.
We're GRZLY.
Bye!